Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be kind of testing out some new products in the market. These are a compilation of products that I've gathered the past probably like a few weeks or so. And I also feel like it's time, to change it up, to try the new. So let's go ahead and do just that. So the first product I want to talk about, I actually already tried it once in a video, I think in my past video, or I'm going to go ahead and try it again just because it is a new product. I just started using it. That was the very first time I used it, and I actually really liked how it felt on my skin. This is the Caudalie spray. It has grape water, so it's supposed to soothe and moisturize your skin. It's really good for sensitive skin. You guys know I'm all about that sensitive skin life. So I'm just going to go ahead and spray this. Feels so good, and it's like such a fine mist that it doesn't feel like it's kind of like attacking your skin. It feels like it's like slowly going into your skin, so I really like that. Okay, and for moisturizer, I actually recently purchased this new Tatcha the water cream. It's supposed to be refreshing and anti-aging, pore perfecting Japanese wild rose. That's what it has in it as one of the ingredients. So I've heard really good stuff about this water cream. It's supposed to be for normal to oily skin, so we shall see how it does. You guys know I love my Estee Lauder Day Wear Matte Moisturizer, but literally I don't have that much left. So we need to get our life together. So I decided to pick this up during the Sephora sale when we had that 15% off, and I figured that I would give it a try, but I didn't want to try it out until I tried it on camera because I wanted to see if it was worth the money, because Tatcha is very expensive. So like, we gotta do it right. I love how like luxurious they put it in these little pretty packagings, and then this is like too cute. That's what it looks like. Oh, I love how it comes with a little spatula. Do you see that? So you can apply it with a spatula. I'm going to go ahead and do that. So we're going to go ahead and just place it with our little spatula. It smells really light and fresh, which I really appreciate. And it feels like a jelly consistency, or it does remind me a lot, inconsistency-wise, of my Estee Lauder Day Wear Matte Moisturizer. So the consistency is fantastic. It feels so good. It feels so light and fresh. So I put the moisturizer to the side. It feels so good on the skin. Like, I can't even tell you. Okay, and then for foundation, we are going to be using foundation that I am a big fan of. The LA Colors Truly Matte mixed with the LA Colors Radiant, which I just reviewed. And the reason why I'm trying this as like a new thing is because I did mention in my LA Colors foundation review that I think it would be really cool to see how these work together, like mixing the matte and the radiant one, and see like what type of finish I get. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Now, consistency wise, they both seem similar. As you can see, that's kind of them on top of each other, but we are just gonna go ahead and kind of blend it out. Go ahead and just apply that. That water cream feels so good on my skin. I feel like it's making the foundation go on so nicely. It looks pretty good. I feel like it still looks more on the matte side, but I really like how pigmented it is and how quickly it covers. I can see like a subtle radiance. Like if you turn like that, you can kind of see like a glow from within. So I feel like mixed together, they work well, especially if you don't want like a matte finish, and you feel like the LA Colors Truly Matte gives you that matte finish. I feel like you just using the LA Colors Radiant and Truly Matte mixed together, it will look really nice. Okay, so now we're gonna move into our brows. Now for brows, it's literally still using the Precise in my brow, but the reason why I kind of want to share with you guys my brow routine, at least just a one eyebrow, is because I did change it up a little bit. I noticed that I was being a little too heavy-handed in the front part of my brow. And it wasn't until some of you guys were like, girl, your brows look nice, but that front part is a little heavy-handed. I was like, they're right. So I started to kind of like see and watch tutorials and kind of like get inspiration on how I wanted to shape my eyebrows. So that's when I went ahead and discovered some extra products by Benefit that I really enjoy to make it look more natural but still give it that like unique look. So we're gonna go ahead and first start off with our 24-hour brow setter. And what I like to do, I know this is to set the brows, but I like to start with this because I like to pull my hairs upward. Just so they can kind of like stay in place as I'm going to go in with my brow pencil. And then we're gonna go in with our Precisely My Brow in the number 6. I go through these like it's nobody's business. And then I'm just going to outline. And then we're gonna kind of fluff up that top part again. And then we're gonna use the Foolproof, which is a nice powder by Benefit. It looks like this. It's real. Their packaging is so cute. It's like in shape of a brow. So I'm gonna be taking the lighter shade, and I'm going to just be filling in those gaps where I feel like my brow is lacking hair. And you can see, do you see how like more natural that looks? It just kind of looks like it's more of my brow. And we're gonna go back in with the Precisely My Brow. And in the bottom parts where I feel like it may be a little too like light or I need more like hair strokes, I'm gonna go in and I'm just gonna flick it upward. Same thing on this side. And there we have it. And then the last thing I like to do is I like to go in with the Gimme Brow. And I don't do this every time I do my brows, but only when I kind of want them to look really nice and fluffy. I go in and I just run this through. And I don't run it through like that. I kind of run it through upwards. And there's a brow. You can see the big difference between doing the brow and then having your brow not done. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start off our eyes, and we're gonna be using the Kylie Cosmetics Court collaboration. This is what it looks like. So I kind of want to do something more neutral today because I am just going to be working, so I'm not going to be doing anything that requires me to wear like a fun full face of makeup. So we're going to start off with this matte shade right here. Ooh, there's a good amount of fallout, as you can see, and it definitely has a lot of pigmentation. So let's see how this performs on the eye. Okay, so that color, I think that color is called Gluten Free, if I'm correct. The matte, that shade that we're going into. It's a really pretty, like very neutral shade. I feel like this palette, in my opinion, represents her the most than the other ones because I feel like she's always doing a very, very natural makeup look. I do have to say these are pigmented, considering the fact that the shade is very light on my complexion. I feel like you can still see the pigmentation of it. It looks nice. So now I'm going to be taking my MAC 242 brush. If I can find it. I feel like I have so many brushes in here that sometimes it's just hard to like get to all of them. What shade do I want to use? Okay, so I kind of want to use this one because I always go into these type of colors. So I think I'm going to use that color. That's in the color Diamond. Okay, that is really pigmented. Looks really pretty too. It's kind of like a purpley silver-ish color. And we're just going to go higher above our crease fold because we want it to not look so, not fold in with our hooded eye. We want it to like be above. And I do want to say, I feel like this pigmentation is a little bit more loose because it kind of looks a little bit more like glitterish. And I'm also going to take a little bit of MAC Fix Plus because I feel like there's a lot of like little loose chunks. I want it to kind of like stay in place, and I feel like by me wetting my brush, it will stay more in place. So let's try that again. I mean, the pigmentation is there. That's not necessarily why I'm packing on the MAC Fix Plus. I just feel like I kind of want this to stay in place. I do have to say, I was really shocked to see like the collection that they did with Kourtney, but the fallout is kind of driving me bananas. Like, I don't mind a good amount of fallout, but this is like ridiculous. Like, do you see? It does feel very buttery though, and like very satiny when I touch it. So for concealer, I had purchased the Kylie Cosmetics concealer, which I was so excited about because I felt like it was gonna be perfect, and I really heard some really good things about her concealer, but it ended up being too dark, so I ended up giving it to my sister because it suited her perfectly. But I did use it on her and it felt so good. Like, it felt so nice, lightweight, creamy. It blended so easily. So I was really impressed with that. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and actually order another shade. I don't know what shade to get yet, so I'm kind of going to just do a little bit more research so I don't get the wrong shade again. I want to make sure I get the right shade. I feel like that's the thing that I hate about online shopping, especially with brands that they don't even sell in places like Sephora or Ulta or like any beauty store, because you kind of really have to like play your luck and see if it's going to work. So it's a little bit frustrating, but we'll get it right. So now we're gonna move on to our blush. And for blush, I'm actually gonna be using the new Morphe palette. I'm really excited. This is the blush palette. I think this is the warm tones. But if you guys can see this, it's so beautiful. Like, it literally has the prettiest colors in here. It has a good distributions of just mattes, and then it has some shimmers in here, so you can mix them together to get more of like a nice little subtle glow in your blush. So I'm gonna be using this palette today, and we're gonna be seeing how it does. So I'm gonna be taking my blush brush. I know sometimes people ask me about this blush brush, and to be honest, I got this as a gift in a set that was like from Forever 21, and I just like have attachment issues to this blush brush because it's just amazing. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the shade MUA that looks like my type of cup of, actually, you know what, let's be adventurous today. I'm gonna go ahead and take the shade Provocative, this one right here. We're not gonna use too much of it, we just wanna go in very lightly because it looks like it's gonna be a more bright color. And we're just gonna drag it on the apples of our cheek. It looks so pretty. Do you see that? Just gonna run it right here. That looks so beautiful, and it's so pigmented, but it looks so natural. Like, it looks like it's coming from within. And then I'm gonna take a little tiny bit of shimmer. I'm gonna go in with the lightest one, this one right here, because it has a really pretty shimmer. And same thing on this side. And then we're good. I like that. That looks beautiful. This palette is really nice. And I did own the previous blush palette, and I loved it. I always use it when I used to freelance a lot, and it was great. And I can definitely see that this is kind of like a perfected, better version of that, because I feel like this just looks so good on the cheeks, and it blends right into the foundation and the face without causing any like streaks or anything like that. It just feels like the perfect amount of consistency. Okay, so we're gonna dust off this powder. And now for my lashes, I'm gonna be taking the Maybelline Total Temptation Mascara. Ooh, this is pretty. You guys know I'm like obsessed with the Benefit Bad Gal Bang. I feel like this wand is like super fat and chunky. I always have to curl my lashes because my lashes are literally so tiny that they need like anything they can get. The mascara is very creamy, but I feel like my lashes still look really small. Yeah, I'm not like the biggest fan of this mascara. I feel like it's not doing what I want it to do. So we're gonna let that dry. Let's try it on our lower lashes. I feel like it's not gonna work that great because the wand is just so like ridiculous. It's not bad on the lower lashes, but I just don't like these really fat wands to get down there because I feel like it's more likely to really ruin the look. So now we're going to move on to our highlight. So I also picked up this Kylie Cosmetics highlighter, loose highlighter in Lightning Bolt from the Storm collection. This is what it, ooh, it looks really pretty. This is what it looks like. I don't want to like spill it, but that's what it looks like. And I'm gonna be taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills brush and tapping off the excess. You just have to be really careful with these because they're loose, so you don't want it to get everywhere. Ooh, that's pretty. I like it because it's like this nice gold shade, which I feel like will suit my complexion perfectly for the summer when I get a nice tan. Do you see how pigmented that is? Like, her pigmentation with her highlighters are always on point. Ooh, yes. Okay, that looks nice. It's really nice. It doesn't feel like I have anything on because I really like the loose consistencies of her highlighters because they're just so nice and fine that it lays on the skin so nicely without it enhancing too much. I don't want to go in with lashes just because I feel like this mascara didn't really do much for me, but I don't know. But before we do the lashes, I'll just go ahead and do that my own time. I want to talk about lip products. So I actually got the Court Collection color in Rad, which stands for her son's name. So I got this color. It's really pretty, but I don't know if I want to do like a bold lip today. I kind of want to do something more neutral because I feel like everything else is super neutral. So we're gonna put this aside. We'll probably use it in another video. But that one's really pretty. Packaging, like I mentioned, is really pretty too. But I also did pick up this Too Faced Natural Nudes lipstick. This one is an intense color coconut butter lipstick in the color Skinny Dipping. Now, I saw their collection and I was like a big fan. I went to Ulta and I swatched all of them because I feel like nudes with like a medium to tan skin complexion can be very iffy to just pick online. So I went ahead and went to Ulta and I was like, let me just swatch them on, see which ones look crazy and which ones look good on me. So I really like how this one looked on my swatched hand, and so I got Skinny Dip. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this all over my lips. And another cool thing about these lipsticks is that they really last on the lips. Like, they're not matte or anything where they're like be on there forever, but they don't fade quickly. I like it. And I feel like if I lined it with like a really pretty like dark liner, like almost like Chestnut by MAC Cosmetics, I think it would look super pretty. So I am digging this. Only thing that I was not a fan of was the Maybelline mascara. I think I already put it away, but I just felt like it didn't really do much for my lashes. And even when I went in and curled them, I just felt like they were kind of like falling back down. Usually with my Benefit Bao Gao Bang, like it has no issues whatsoever. Like I can keep that curl on the entire day until I take off the mascara. So I'm not a big fan of the Maybelline's new mascara. So I went ahead and applied my Ardell Studio Effects Demi Wispies, which are my favorite like go-to everyday easy to wear lash. This is the final look. I really hope that you guys enjoyed watching this. And if you guys did enjoy watching this, please go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up so I can continue doing these types of videos. Really helps me out, lets me know what you guys like to see here on my channel. And also, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. I would love for you to become a member of our family here on YouTube, because I wouldn't want you guys to miss a video for the world, because I'm constantly uploading the new. And also, if you are a returning subscriber or you're a new subscriber, don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you're notified whenever I upload new videos, because let's be real, YouTube can be shady and not show our videos. And I wouldn't want you guys to miss like a huge chunk of videos that I've uploaded. So that being said, I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon for a brand new video. Bye guys.